Hello and welcome back, beautiful people. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Lydia and I am the Witch of Multirealms. I am now providing tarot readings that are aligned with signs and synchronicities such as angel numbers. And I read every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. So if this is your thing, please like, follow and subscribe to my channel. So same as usual, today we have 3 piles and each pile has a different angel number for you to choose from, or you can choose also from the significator card that I'm going to be picking in a while. And then I'll be doing the readings, I'll be putting them in the description box below with timestamps. You can intuitively feel drawn to watch either one pile or all 3, it's up to you. And before I start shuffling, I'd like to remind everyone that there will be details that you may resonate with, and for those that you do not, please leave the rest behind for others. Also, this is a timeless reading, so you may or may not be watching this at the same time I post it. It's okay. Whichever time you find it, it just means that it's the right time Spirit has this message for you. Okay, so 3 piles today. Okay, so for pile 1 and those that have been seeing 1111, your significator card is Mother of Wands. Okay? Mother of Wands. Okay. For pile 2, those of you that have been seeing 4444, your significator card is the Hermit. Pile 3, those that have been seeing 1441, your significator card is Ace of Cups. Alright, so I'll be doing the readings and there will be timestamps. I'll see you at your reading. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. For those of you who have chosen for Pile 1 with significator card Mother of Wands, also via the angel number 1111. Let's see what's the message that Spirit has for you. I'll be drawing some cards from the Quantum Oracle deck to get some idea. Okay, Spirit, please give us your guidance and message for pile 1. Seems like those who have been seeing 1111 has been getting these cards a lot, because in the previous reading that I've done using the same Quantum Oracle, for those who have been seeing 1111, these similar cards came out as well. So you have the card Decrease, okay, and Healing Light, the Healing Light. And your higher self. Okay. And I'm going to be also pulling some traditional tarot cards to understand. Spirit, please give us clarity and guidance. Okay, so I feel like the message that Spirit has for you here has a very overall sense of it's like asking you to take care of your physical well-being. It feels like the overall message at the end of the day. Of course, I feel like there's a lot of intricate details here, but on the overall, it feels a lot like Spirit is saying, you know what's the saying? If you want to go far, up slow and steady wins the race. Sorry. So yeah, for a while I was thinking of something in one way of saying it, but it's definitely okay. So it cannot be translated because I was trying to translate a proverb in Chinese into English. Anyways, if you want to go far, yeah, you gotta go slow and steady. And going slow and steady means taking care of your health, taking care of the speed, and basically there's a lot of different areas to take care of when you are charging and trying to start a new project, something that gets you really excited. The overall message here feels very much like Spirit saying, you need to have moderation. You need to have patience, and you need to flow with whatever's coming your way. Okay, so besides the 3 cards that I showed you just now, the decrease, healing light, and higher self, it feels a lot like Spirit is saying that whatever you are working on, the results of what you are seeing, there will be ebbs and flows. Sometimes you will see a lot of rewards coming in. Sometimes you will see that the results or the harvest or the returns slows down or decreases. It's not every time that whenever you put in your maximum amount of effort, you will always see the same kind of reward coming back. Such is the law of life, right? Us not getting everything we want all the time, even though we have really pushed and tried, these are the little moments in life that test us to see if we can go the distance. And if we can, and we overcome that challenge by, if let's say this time you really put in your hard work and you really hope that you get a good harvest, but something strikes. I'm talking about harvest, and that is a overall term, but it could mean like you put in a lot of work in the project, you're hoping to yield the results and rewards of the project, maybe close a really big deal with a client or something. It might of course have a lot to do with tied up to not just career, but also the financial aspects of it, the abundance, the prosperity that comes with you putting in the hard work. Same if you are studying, or you are studying some kind of whatever, you're getting trained or studying, and then you put in a lot of work, and then sometimes you're hoping that with such you can then have better chances at getting yourself this particular promotion or work, but then you don't see it coming, or maybe there's some kind of hindrance that stop you from having it. These are the different challenges in life that stops us from being instantly fulfilled. It's not like the world, and although energy will always find its own way to balance out, and karma will find its own ways to balance out, but you can be quite sure that you cannot hold nothing is the kind of equation that is always fair and predictable, especially not predictable when you want it to be. There is chaos, and this chaos is here for a good reason. This chaos is to help us learn how to transmute the difficulties in life so that we will come out stronger. If everything is so predictable, as much as like you give 2, you get 2, you give 1, you get 1, kind of predictability, then of course this world is simply not human anymore. It's not a human experience anymore. It's not the reality that we are in anymore. And there might be one reality in somewhere in this world that might be this way, but it certainly is not here on planet Earth. But before I deviate, I just want to say that it feels like Spirit is trying to say that you're putting in a lot of hard work, because at the end of the day, you are building yourself a very stable life. You like stability, and not that you like stability, like you like to be predictable, but you are putting in a lot of hard work in order to give yourself and your family a stable and comfortable life. And that's the reason why you have that drive to keep going and going. But sometimes there's a difference between using rationality to understand how much is too much, or there's this other aspect that could be you can be a little bit on the impulsive, or you are just a bit rushed and impatient to get the results that you want. And between that, you can very much fall into a serious burnout situation. Now you have here 9 of Wands, okay? Look at this guy. He is putting up a strong defense, but he is really bruised and battered and really tired. Between this 9 of Wands is the 9 of Wands is being sandwiched by the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This is you in a situation where you are really trying to achieve certain results in whatever you're doing. Once again, you know how this best fits into your situation and how it might resonate for you. In whatever you're trying to achieve in life, whether it's work or studies, it really feels like those 2 areas are the strongest we're talking about here. It feels like Spirit is trying to say that you have moments of clarity and knowing how much is too much, and knowing where you stand in terms of putting in that effort, that brain power, you know. And then there is this other aspect of you whereby you have like a moment of excitement and an idea that makes you excited, and then you're just charging for it. And this, of course, can really wear you down, make you really, really tired. On top of that, if you're not expecting the results every time you put in this much effort, it will really wear you down on an emotional level. Okay? And I feel like Spirit is saying here that you need to understand the ebbs and flows of life. In fact, you need to cultivate a habit of learning how to flow with the universal energy, flow with life. Get used to being moderate with your output of energy. Get used to being patient to see the manifestation and the realization of things to come can take its own pace. And although it's like trying to say, you can continue to put in the effort, but you need to have very realistic expectations that things are moving based on divine timing, and not so much like you can force it to happen. If, let's say, you're forcing it to happen by simply doing a lot. Doing a lot and then not getting what you expect can really drive a person into a situation where they have burnout, because that's literally what it feels like, right? There's no rewards instantly for every output to gratify you. And yeah, that can really wear you down emotionally and psychologically. Don't forget, you got Mother of Wands for your significator card. The energy of Mother of Wands, which is also Queen of Wands, is that as a Queen of Wands, she's a very passionate, very fiery energy, but fiery in a good way, not fiery in a fierce way, more like fiery in a passionate, driven, also full of life and charisma in terms of chasing after her dreams, making things happen. If there is this like strong, still boss but nurturing aspect of any character in the tarot sets, it would be Queen of Wands, able to care and nurture for her family. And because of that drive to care and nurture for her family and her kingdom, she is able to put her best face and best foot forward in opening up new opportunities and like seizing new opportunities as they come. But queens are also very graceful in terms of the way they hold that power. It's not by force, it's by intuition. It's with the divine feminine power, the ability to flow with the universal energies, right? So the Queen of Wands here, you see the snake, she is coiled up with her eggs, and she knows that it takes time to keep these eggs warm to get the results. But it takes patience, it takes still takes work. But there is a lot of hope involved because she's waiting for the birth of her children. And she is simply coiled up and waiting even though there is a lot of fire that she has, and fire in the sense of heat, right? Her own bodily heat and warmth that she's giving to the eggs. There is a lot of fire energy here, but she is calm and graceful in that waiting. So I feel a lot like Spirit is trying to say that you can emulate this energy like the Mother of Wands, whereby you come from a place of nurturing, yes, for sure. But as much as you're nurturing whoever you are in this environment of yours, could be your friends and family and your loved ones, but you must also nurture yourself in terms of knowing how to take care of yourself. Spirit has given the healing light. I think there is a lot of urging from Spirit to guide you towards finding ways to recuperate yourself. A lot of people, something very interesting, that in my work, a lot of my clients, they are very strong and determined and very self-driven individuals. They are entrepreneurs. But they have, so while they are very fulfilled as an entrepreneur because they are doing work that is very, very purposeful, passionate, that they always wanted to do. That's why, they run their own business and all that stuff. But at the same time, they are very worn out. They are very worn out because as an entrepreneur, you are given, unlike an employee, right, who is one cog in a machine, as an entrepreneur, you are the machine. You are the motherboard that cares for the whole machine, and you probably have people working with you depending on how big your enterprise is. But when it comes to being self-driven and being a self-starter kind of person, there's also the inability to sometimes remember that you are your own employee and you are your own employer. Then that the line gets blurred. You don't know where to stop and when to start caring for yourself more, just like how you should care for your employees, right, as an employer. So Spirit is saying that you need to take time to rest, recuperate. If you want your light and energy to be everlasting in whatever you're doing here, you want to go the distance. You have to find ways to ground yourself and find ways to heal yourself through the natural resources that are available to you. Now, not everybody likes meditation, so I'm not going to go on that tangent. I know meditation is wonderful. Honestly, it would be wonderful if you would meditate and take a break. But if that's not your thing, a stroll in the park, going under the sun, a little suntan, getting a little bit of fresh air in the garden, walking, getting even fresh rain when it's raining outside. These few days it's raining a lot in Singapore. I'll tell you, I love that weather. So if you're like either into sun or into rain, there are natural resources that are available to recharge you. The energies of the natural elements around you can recharge you and ground you. So I feel like Spirit is definitely explaining to you that if you want to go the distance, you got to do that for yourself. You have the Judgment card here. And I think this is very crucial because you don't have many major arcana cards. You have one more at the end, I'll show you in a while. But you have one of your two major arcana cards here, it's Judgment. And I feel like this is a phase of your life where Spirit is saying whatever you're going through is a very big part. It's a very big chapter of your life. But at the same time, because it's a big chapter of your life, you need to apply literally good judgment into what you're doing. And this judgment has a lot to do with how you take care of yourself. See, right next to Judgment, you have Page of Pentacles. You're still at that stage. You're still at that stage where you have a lot of ideals on what you want to achieve. So again, this could be your business, it could be your studies, it could be a lot of different things, including career and abundance, finance related matters. You're at that stage where you still have a lot of young, vibrant energy of intrigue and like things keep you excited, things keep you inspired and curious to keep going for new goals. You are still at that stage, and Spirit is saying that just remember that sometimes instead of constantly looking at what's new and shiny, it's good to know new opportunities when there are new opportunities. But of the myriad of things that you want, you need to choose one or two that are of utmost importance to you and actually apply your skill to it to make it more than just good. It has to be best. If you could do that for yourself, is something wrong with the camera? It's like going weird. Okay. If you could do that for yourself, out of the many things that you're trying to achieve, pick some and really give it your best, like this Eight of Pentacles here. You'll be sure to see the rewards of what you're working on. Last but not least, you do have the World card here. I love the World card because the World card always talks about either you are about to step through a portal to a brighter, even better chapter, or you are already at the point of stepping through, and Spirit is trying to encourage you that with this flow, if you flow and you take care of yourself, you are on a very good track of achieving what you want. You have purpose. I can see that you're a person who already knows your purpose. You're a person who already knows what your wish in life is. You know, and you're setting yourself up to, like, you know, the wheel is moving. You know how to move it in the right direction to get what you want. It's the pacing. It's the waiting for it to come in and having patience. It's moderation, taking care of yourself. Let me see if there's more things Spirit wants to say here with regards to, you have the card here, higher self. I'd like to know. Okay. Okay, they're saying, yes, you're on the right track. So you got the Chariot here and you got Six of Wands. So Spirit is saying, you're on the right track. You're being divinely guided to do what you should do. Just know that just like the Six of Wands, to come back, the hero, to be cheered by everyone. In fact, you have Eight of Wands here. You know, something is moving very fast and very successful. It's actually quick success going on for you right now. And I think that there is this huge emphasis here on focus on the actual delivery. Focus on finalizing certain projects and delivering them. It actually works to put in that focus. So don't worry about new opportunities will come as they come, because you are the Queen of the Mother of Wands and you are being divinely guided on this path. So I don't think you need to worry about opening up more new opportunities. They will come as they come. But as always, pacing is important before you wear yourself out. So you need to apply a good sense of judgment upon yourself, and how, like, you know, take a break when you have to. Let's see if there's anything they want to say in terms of decrease. Yep. In terms of decrease, they're saying sometimes certain things does take a while to fulfill itself. You would have already done the work, and if you need to wait, just so you know that the waiting is not futile. The waiting is so that it gives you more perspective to something that is going to come your way. This is the Hangman is fruitful waiting. It's waiting for wisdom to come in at the right time. This Hangman is a very good kind of waiting, I see. It's not a bad waiting. It feels very much like, in fact, Spirit is saying you need to willingly understand why you're waiting and not wait begrudgingly. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? What's this? Right, Knight of Cups. Yes. So I see that this Knight of Cups actually has, so you don't have a lot of cups. By the way, there's like no cups showing up here. This is literally your only card that has cups. And I feel like somehow this Knight of Cups imagery is very connected to this Six of Wands guy. Just like the Knight of Cups has set out on his path to slowly, by the way, the horse is trotting, the water is not going to spill from the cup. So I think there is a message here saying that you can go slow as long as you are choosing to go by passion and letting your heart lead the way to whatever you're trying to achieve. You will come back triumphant and have the achievements that you're looking for, like just like this Six of Wands, right? Knight of Cups here. Go with what you love. Do what you love. And do it out of love, not do it out of desperation, not do it out of a place of lack, which is why if anyone is trying to manifest and get something done, if they ever start to feel impatient, it is it's a vibrational energy of lack, of desperation. And you do not want to go there, because that can really bring you into a different state, shift you into a different state where whatever you could have like the destination or the goal that you could have arrived at sooner. You might have sabotaged yourself and set yourself a few lanes away than the destined route, you know. So do not start falling into the vibration of lack. Let love lead the way with what you are doing, and that passion will be the thing that fuels you for doing more the next day and the next day. Okay, so I think this is the message here, but I want to get one last card, which is the Moonology Messages Oracle, to see what else Spirit has for you. Okay, very interesting. You got Cold Moon. Face your fears. Okay, maybe this is for some of you. I don't think this applies to literally everyone, but we'll see what Spirit means by face your fears. Cold Moon 28. Right now, you are being asked to face a fear. You may feel alone, but you're not. You have a team of celestial beings loving you and guiding you. However, at the moment, it may be that you need to stand out on your own 2 feet and face whatever fear is stopping you from moving forward. You need to do things on your own right now because you're in a period of soul growth. Whatever is challenging you now is something you need in order to evolve. However hard that it may be to believe, be super kind to yourself and know that you're still connected to the 3-dimensional you who knows that everything now is happening for your highest good. Know that the more we resist a lesson, the harder life has to work to show us that we are meant to see. Whatever you're going through now is a lesson. If you can push through fear now, you can come out on the other side as a changed person. The whole universe is on your side. Coming out on the other side as a changed person, you do have this card. You're about to step through a portal. You're about to see the fruits of your labor come in, actually, which is why you do have the 8 of Pentacles here. And then the very next card is the World. However, I feel like if you have between Judgment and the World, you have Page of Pentacles and you have 8 of Pentacles. I feel like Spirit is saying this is the one thing you need to really focus on, which is bringing that project to a completion so that, you know, you can see your 10 of Pentacles. You can bring it to the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles to finally come to fruition of that abundance, and then you're stepping through the portal. So additional meanings, a health matter can improve. Yes, probably very much in the area of health. Spirit wants you to look into that. Rebalance your chakras. Find someone you can trust to share your situation with. Be kinder to yourself and others and stop being stubborn. Yes. So I think the message from Spirit is quite clear. They really want you to take care of your well-being, mental health, emotional health, physical health, all aspects of it. You are definitely a go-getter, a person who knows how to set your sights straight on what to achieve and how to get there. But pacing might be a thing that you really want to think about, and expectations, right? And of course, self-care, self-love. Okay, so this is the message that Spirit has for you today. Please leave your comments in the section below if it resonates and you want to share anything. I would love to hear from you. Also, this is a group reading. If you want a personal reading, you can find my link in the description box below for a booking. And also like, follow, and subscribe for future videos to come. Thank you, and I'll see you at the next one. Hi, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So for those of you who's chosen pile number 2 and also have chosen with the angel numbers 4444, your significator card is the Hermit. Okay, so we'll see with regards to the Hermit, what is the message that Spirit has for you. I'm picking some cards from the Quantum Oracle for a start. Spirit, please give us your guidance and message for pile number 2. Okay. Oh, wow. Very interesting. Feels like this might also have some relation to pile number 1 because this talks a little bit about managing one's energy. Okay, so you have this card, new beginnings. Okay. You have professional assistance. You have fragmented energy. Okay, so I'll get more cards from the traditional deck. Spirit, please give us your guided message and clarity of what we're seeing here. Please help us understand what we're seeing here. Oh, very interesting. All right. All right. So it feels like, okay, so you chose the Hermit as your significator card. And in itself, it feels like, while I'm not saying that all of you are in the actual state of being alone or being a hermit, but hermit can mean so many things to so many people. Some of you might be actually introverted and like to isolate yourself from the others. Some of you find that actually as much as introverted person could be, or like a mix of both introverted and extroverted. I forgot the terminology, but there are actually such things, like where you are a blend of two, and then you can selectively choose when you want to be introverted or extroverted. I'm a little bit like that, so I do understand that feeling. It really depends on who you're hanging out with. So what I'm trying to say is that the hermit energy is to show that whether in person you are with or without people, you definitely have a soul and a system of thinking and understanding the dynamics of the world around you. That means your wisdom and your philosophies, your inner guidance and philosophies comes from you going within. You know that as within, so without really works with you, because you understand that if you want to gain wisdom and understand what you are working through in this life and all that stuff, you look within, you get your own illumination from yourself. Very much like this image that we see here. Of course, not the traditional hermit card. Is this old man on the top of the hill by himself with the star inside the lantern. This one is a turtle who is able to go into his own shell, okay, whenever he wants to, like a typical, okay, it's a tortoise, not a turtle, a tortoise, and is able to go into the shell whenever he wants to, but he has his own built-in he has his own built-in lamp on top of his shell for whatever illumination he requires. So it's like I can get wisdom from within, I can get wisdom from myself kind of energy. And so very interesting, what I see here is, while you have new beginnings, professional assistance and fragmented energy, Spirit is telling me that indeed you have recently been through some kind of conflict or having to defend yourself from certain situation. So we do not know what your situation is. Of course, you will know best. This could be a situation in a relationship. There is no particularly strong energy that points towards somebody in career or work. It could, there's no strong indication here if this is about work or about relationships, but it does say that you recently just had to defend yourself and exited a situation where you have to leave some things behind. Okay, maybe I just get one card here to clarify. Yeah, okay. Basically, you had to choose things based on your own ideals, and it was a bit of a conflict with some people. Basically, not as easy. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about this energy? Yeah. So feels like when it comes to maybe doing a certain project or doing some kind of work, wants energy, something to achieve an outcome or something. Again, like I say, it could be a relationship, could be a project. You had to put up quite a bit of defense for yourself. Maybe there's a lot of opposition, a lot of rivalry in that area, but still you went for it with your ideals and you did not back down. Now you are in a new stage of this, you're in a new stage of this journey, and it's actually something that Spirit is telling you. It's a good thing that you are on this new journey with your ideals, because this is where you start to begin enjoying the journey with the new goal that you're going after. Okay, on top of that, next to Ace of Pentacles, you have the Star, which is a beautiful card here to double confirm that what you are chasing after, that pentacle that is so divinely guiding you, is actually going to bring you happiness, joy, hope, and that sense of fulfilling your dream. So these three cards, I would say, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star card, really is very synchronized with this card that says new beginnings, right? So we have established you are in a new era, you're in a new chapter, leaving some things that some people or some things that do not agree with you behind. But because you have a strong sense of knowing what you want, you have a very strong and firm idea that what you believe in is the way to go, and you went with it. So for that, you are now in this beautiful new journey. The thing though is that Spirit is saying you might require some help, and you might not have to do this all alone. It has to do with this fragmented energy over here. See, you got the Hermit card. The Hermit card is like saying, I can do it myself. I have my own wisdom. I have my own knowledge. I can do it myself. I isolate myself from the rest of the people, and I just, do this myself. But while you have the Hermit here with your own self-illumination, Spirit is reminding you that you might require some professional assistance in certain areas of this new thing that you're doing. You might not need to or want to do it all by yourself, because let's not forget, it depends. Of course, it depends on what you're choosing. I'm an entrepreneur. There are many people I know who are entrepreneurs. There's different ways of doing things, but this is a way of thinking by some entrepreneurs, which is, am I in charge of everything? Am I the jack of all trades? Like when you are a young entrepreneur, like a young business, you have to bootstrap and do everything yourself. I design my website myself. I did my social media myself. I do my own video, edit my own video, everything. Okay, design my own business card, everything. Plus the actual work of spell work and doing tarot readings and taking care of clients on that journey, all that stuff, I have no assistance. But sometimes I really have to bow down to the fact that I need professional assistance when it comes to certain things, like get someone to help me with my marketing, perhaps, get someone to help me with like editing the copy on my website, because maybe I'm not as good in, things like that. Have to really acknowledge that I'm not the master of everything. I'm not the jack of all trades. And if I want to be the master of something, then I be the master of something. You cannot be the master of everything either, right? So I think Spirit is really trying to remind you under this, with this professional assistance, that as much as you have a very strong idea of knowing what you want, you have a very strong idea, and you are very enthusiastic. Okay, you have Page of Wands. You're definitely a very enthusiastic person, very inspired, self-inspiring, self-starting kind of person. And you are going to achieve your dreams and goals. It's just that you are breaking you're breaking the magic of that glow and light that you have apart when you allow yourself to be spread so thin. So the message is really interesting here. As of this now, I said the phrase being spread so thin because actually part one, I'm not sure if you watch part one then you're watching this, but if not, you can maybe go and watch part one after this. There's also a very similar message in part one where Spirit is saying you need to go far, so don't overdo and moderate your energy. And now I'm seeing it again. The Spirit is saying that you might have to it's actually advised that you get professional assistance in certain areas of your work so that you don't have a fragmented energy. In fact, you probably already have a fragmented energy and they're telling you to take care of it. See, interesting, right after the star, right? You have the 10 of Cups. You are fulfilled and happy in the work that you're doing, but sandwiched by two other cards, which is 10 of Swords and 2 of Swords. Now, this is the overthinker. Okay, this is the thinking of the past that is hurting you, that has hurt you thus far, all the bad shit that happened to you that is still very much part of your, we're empirical creatures. This is memory. This is remembering some things in the past that could hurt you. I'll say it's like, the memory loop that never goes away when it comes to when you're in a new space, you're in a new chapter, okay, you're in a new space doing new stuff, but memories are memories. They come back and they teach us about certain things that happened in the past that are not so pleasant, which can really dredge up feelings of insecurity, of the sense of fear or anything like that, and then put us into this over-rationalizing, thinking too much, not allowing ourselves to tap into our intuition and do things from a more heart-led place. See, you have the 10 of Cups. You are meant to step into this area of ultimate fulfillment, doing what you want to do. But because you have these two cards, the 10 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, Spirit is saying that it's because certain things in life you are still unable to let go of, and you are maybe unable to be fully gratified with what you have. The 10 of Swords and 2 of Swords can put a person in that state of mind of overthinking and being, it's almost like putting yourself in a stalemate. You're meant to move. Actually, you've got movement. Your wheel is turning. But because certain things are really stopping you from moving forward out of, like I say, past memories, things that make you fear, and then not knowing what choice is a good choice, overthinking and over-rationalizing, trying to apply a reason for everything, like, oh, this is like this because so on and so forth is like that. But what if I am like this, and what if they are like that? Things like that can really, give you that stagnation, analysis paralysis. And this is Spirit saying that, look, in the 10 of Cups situation, you are fulfilled to 10 of Cups. But if you continue with this, you will linger in this energy of wondering why you have certain things that never worked out. This is regret, okay? This is regret. This is the past, actually. Regret of something that did not work out in the past. And then Spirit is saying, look at the 2 cups in the back. You have 2 beautiful cups, but do you even remember that you are now in a new beginning? That you are now doing what you wish to do? At the end of the day, what you wanted, you are in it. Not having great gratitude when you are in a good place can really mess up with your frequency. So one of the things that I do sometimes tell my client is you put in all the hard work, you meditate, you think right, you think positively, you give yourself affirmations. Day after day, you put in that beautiful work of self-love, self-care, self-acceptance, and self-driving. You vibrate higher and higher, and one day you reach this peak. In fact, if I could give you a card in tarot, at that point, it would be the Sun card. You reach this peak. You are full of vitality. You're full of energy. You are a well-oiled, well-run machine that is ever flowing with the divine water of life, ever flowing with the divine energy of the sun. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful state. And suddenly, this sneaky little thought of a bit of memory, okay, of something that happened in the past comes back into your head. Now, we're normal. All human creatures all have memory unless we're lobotomized. There are things in the past. In your journey, a spiritual journey of growth, there will definitely be things in the past that are worthy of remembering, because that's what made us learn. But it's how you gently transmute and move that energy within you when the memory comes. Do you allow it to eat you up and mess you up? Or do you allow it to be a passing thought in a way like you acknowledge it's here, but you give it gratitude and say, thank you for being there. Thank you for reminding me that once life was like that. But then that amplifies the effect of where you are at right now. Oh my God, life is so beautiful. I have so much gratitude for what I have now. Yes, something really bad shit happened back then, but I'm so glad that I still remember that bad shit did happen back then, because it gives me this dimension of contrast to see how good life is now, and then that's what I mean by being so gracious, being so grateful with life that you can transmute whatever difficult memory or energy that arises. Spirit is saying that this is so important. The ability to get over it is so important, because if you are now in a new chapter and you're enjoying these beautiful, beautiful things that you have in life, you do not want to write in your new chapter another few more pages of repeat patterns from the past chapter. You are now going through a bit of fragmented energy due to this situation. So it could be that this situation has a lot to do with collaborative work or working with other people. Maybe the really bad memory was really brought on by that challenging aspect of, in the past chapter, you had to defend yourself or work with some people who are rivals or not very friendly. Perhaps they're very competitive, but that is the past. You are now in a new chapter. You will probably be meeting new people. Spirit wants you to remember that you need professional help as it is. Whether this is very unlikely, I feel this is talking about a romantic relationship, but I really feel like Spirit is saying whatever you're doing now, okay? So take however this works for you. Whatever you're doing now, you need help, and you need to accept the help and be willing to be grateful for what's coming your way. Because if you don't open up with two open arms, to welcome the good things that's coming, and you're still holding on to certain things in the past in the form of memory, it could very well mess up this current beautiful chapter that you're in. Okay? A lot of hardships and obstacles are here to build your character. And then the way to, of course, experience these hardships is to know how to allow the building of the character to come through as a form of gratitude. Okay, so I feel like this is the big message here that Spirit has for you. I'm going to pull a card from the Moonology Messages Oracle and see what else Spirit has to say. Ooh. Okay, so the moon's reflection, accept responsibility. Yeah? Well, let's see what it's all about. Right. As you move along the spiritual path, it becomes more and more important to accept responsibilities for your own actions. The situation you find yourself in now is a reflection of either your current beliefs or your past behaviors. This card isn't meant to make you feel discouraged or guilty. Rather, it's meant to encourage you to ask, why did I create this situation? What about this situation is helping me? Once you find the courage to answer these questions, you'll start to see that you have more power than you ever knew. We're all creating our lives 24/7. And while you may not like the idea that everything happens for a reason, it really is possible to find a reason for nearly everything that happens. Try to see your current dilemma with that perspective. it'll show you why it's happening for you. If someone is bothering you now, realize they're a mirror for you. Realize that your inner life is reflected in your outer life, and you're on your way to self-mastery. Life is mysterious. It's time to reflect. Take responsibility for your situation. You can see yourself in someone else, and solutions are nearby. So I think this is the message that Spirit has for you. Spirit wants you to remember that you are not a one-person world. As much as you are the hermit, you do have that wisdom to be able to go within to understand how to gain more perception and perspective of life. You also need to come out of that shell to live this new life that you're in right now with whatever you're doing. And again, not fall back into the pattern of what happened in the past chapter. Being in a new chapter now, you need to, the evolution, the growth is in knowing now how to work with a new, different kind of energy and approach when it comes to facing certain people. So if you need to interact with people to bring in more happiness, joy, and fulfillment in your work, you might really want to look into the area. And also, this begs you to think about the mirror aspect. If you see some certain things in certain people that you do not enjoy, remember that we are all one soul and one consciousness at the end of the day. It's one consciousness being fragmented into different roles and characters here to all experience emotions and learn lessons together. It is all one. So if you see someone having a certain behavior, it's very much likely that there is a mirror effect here, that deep in the recesses of your shadow and subconscious, you might actually have that trait that you so very much not like about someone else. And that really can make you think a little bit deeper about, the hermit, right, that you are. Have that introspection and think. All right, so this is the message that Spirit has for you today. If this resonates and you want to leave in the comment section, I'll be very happy to hear from you. Also, for a personal reading, you can always go to the description box below to find my link for a booking. Please like, follow, and subscribe for more of such videos to come in the future. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you at the next one. Hi, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. For those of you who have chosen pile number 3 based on the angel numbers 1441 and also significator card Ace of Cups. Okay, so let's see what the message is from Spirit to you. I'm going to get some cards from the Quantum Oracle deck. Okay, right. Some repeat cards here and there, but I think your situation is quite different from the other two. Okay, you have one card saying Ascended Masters, right? One that says Transformation. And one that says Professional Assistance. Okay, and I'll be getting more cards from the traditional deck for clarity. Spirit, please give us your guidance and clarity for pile 3. Okay. So, very, very, very interesting. I feel like Spirit is trying to say to you guys in pile 3 that, first of all, the numbers 411, 1441 denotes of people who are in the phase. I mean, if you're seeing this angel number, okay, 1441, 144, 144, typically in the area, but yeah, you chose 1441. It's a time of coming into your power. It's a time of coming into some kind of ascension. Okay, and I will say that for the lot of you in power number 3, you are definitely very acquainted with the idea of, you're very in tune with your spiritual development. It's probably not something new to you in terms of understanding divine messages, whether through your own actual knowledge of like knowing which psychic ability you're using to bring in that information from the divine. You have Ace of Cups. Clearly, your cup is filled with divine light and energy and information, knowledge, wisdom that is going to guide you on this path. It's just how you receive it. And I feel like Spirit is saying here that you have, as the Ascended Masters here, you have many spiritual beings guiding you and helping you in your life. You are, of course, all of us, we have our spiritual team guiding and helping us from the day we are born until the day we die. But you actually have an extra amount of knowledge and help coming from the spiritual realm. These are the Ascended Masters. They're bringing you your version of experiencing gnosis, experiencing divine knowledge in whatever way, shape, or form that you are going through. And these downloads, these information are coming through to you at this period of time. Now, I feel like Spirit is trying to say that this is a huge period of transformation for you right now. And you need to understand how to balance and work with your energy, right? It can be a very heavy affair, to be honest. It can be a very, very heavy and very energy consuming affair, especially for those who just fully stepped into the acceptance of their life purpose and goals, knowing what their mission is and things like that, coming into that state of knowing themselves and embodying their truth. All this, as much as it is very purposeful, very aligning with the divine birthright that we have, it also consumes a lot of energy. Because you are now you're awake, you're awakened, and you're stepping into accepting it from not knowing, and you're just being hinted by your spiritual team every now and then, not knowing, let's say you are still in the dark night of the soul, or if you are still like barely dipping your toes in the understanding of spirituality. At that point, you probably will just be receiving a lot of like guidance from your spiritual team, being nudged or being given signs and synchronicities to do certain things or meet certain people, experience certain things that are going to challenge you a little bit here and there just so that you grow. Okay, but For you guys in pile number 3, I really feel like you already know, like, this is not your first run. You already know that this is coming for you. You already have stepped into embodying and understanding that coming into your truth and your purpose is the way to live this life. You have a goal, you have a mission on earth. Okay? You're in Ace of Cups because with the divine love and light and energy that it has poured into your cup, you are on this journey with this ever-flowing cup. Now, the Ascended Masters have come in to help you in any capacity they can. And I see, even with transformation, you are on that bridge where the heavens and the beautiful, delightful heavens and energy, the sun here as well, as you can see, is behind you. You know, in fact, it's very significant if we were to look at color theory here. This lady, she's wearing a cape that is of dark blue color. This is the color of the crown chakra. She is being shrouded. She's being not shrouded, but she's being covered in this blue velvet, signifying that she embodies the love and the energy that through her crown chakra she receives information from the divine. On top of that, she's holding a scroll, which is also signifying that of knowledge. And that's gnosis. That in itself, the transformation we're talking about here in this card is gnosis, receiving knowledge from the divine, first-hand experience that only you yourself gets when you interact with divinity. Spirit is saying that you need to balance out your energy. Okay, right here next to Justice, you actually have 10 of Wands and you have Knight of Wands. You are at the final phase of a very tiring period of putting out that work and energy, and there is the I'm still charging and going for what I want, full of vitality and energy. I think you waver between these two energies every day, because in the beginning of any transformation, there is always enthusiasm. You're like, life is every day. Life is going to be peppered with enthusiasm and the actual work that you put in, right? There is the enthusiastic feeling, the emotions, and then there is the actual work. And all that can really pull you from one end to another, waiting for results to come in, really very tired at the 10 of Wands. I've done so much. When is it coming? And then you still have to really brace yourself for an enthusiastic entrance into the frontier the next day. You know, every day is like that. So Spirit is saying that your path to abundance, see, you have 10 of Pentacles here. Your path to abundance has to come through your heart energy and source of your heart. You actually have the 10 of Pentacles together with Queen of Cups and King of Cups. And King and Queen of Cups, you know, it's actually so interesting because the Queen came and then the 10 of Pentacles, then the King came. And you can see here, they're actually looking away from each other. So if your Queen of Cups and King of Cups is the harmonious flow, okay, I'm thinking of an infinity loop. If it's the harmonious flow of your energies within, your intuitive, spiritually guided energies that's flowing within you, they should be harmonious. They should be balanced. They should be working hand in hand. Not too much, not too little. Flowing gracefully with what the universe is guiding you with. And putting out as much love for yourself as for the people around you in order to bring in that abundance. But because your Queen and your King are faced against each other, I feel like Spirit is trying to say that you might really want to think about that balance. You might really want to think about giving yourself some balance in this area. Now, why are we talking about balance now? Because clearly you have the Justice in the front. I feel like Spirit is talking about this balance is crucial to your growth, because right now just only right now. There is a little bit of a waiting phase that you're going through due to this learning. Again, if you're in this early stage of walking into your life purpose and path, there's a lot of projects. There's a lot of projects that you're working on, right? You have this very exciting Knight of Wands. You have this very excited Knight of Wands here, constantly having new projects to chase after every day. But you need to focus. You need to focus not only on which is the project that requires your attention, but also focus on taking care of yourself. Because in order to provide for the collective and the community and to fulfill that purpose, you need to take care of yourself. That's why Spirit says that now you are in this hangman situation, because you have to wait a little to go through some self-care and reassessment of energy output before you continue going after your goals. Professional assistance being brought here. I believe Spirit is trying to say that in this journey or transformation that you're going through right now, you will meet different kind of people who will cross your path for sure, because this is how the universe opens up opportunities for us. And definitely in your path, you will come to meet people who are helpful to your growth. Look, you are at the hangman. If you want to continue to, you have the hangman. Sorry, I just want to share with you. You have the hangman, you have the fool. And Spirit is saying that if you want to be able to leap into the different phases of your spiritual growth in a carefree manner, in a manner whereby you can really enjoy being on that mission, even as warriors of heaven, even as warriors in this world, trying to bring about change and positive change, you need to take care of yourself. You need that energy. You need to balance yourself. You cannot work yourself out and burn out, and then you fizzle out like the flame just gets blown out from the candle. If you're burning on both ends of the candle, right? That's the saying. So Spirit is saying that work with some professional people whom you can get help from, whether it's the professional people that are directly going to be giving you help in the area of body care, your physical care, your emotional care, or your mental care. Could be anything. It could even be going to you might need sound healing, and some people are professionally trained in sound healing or breath work or hypnotherapy, anything that can help you recalibrate and realign so that you can charge for the new project the next day. And there are things that do not serve you in terms of this heavy energy that you can definitely let go of. If you want to step into this beautiful new chapter with this the full energy where you can have less baggage but more purpose. Okay? You see the full? Less baggage but more purpose. Being led by the universe, sun, and beautiful energies that gives the fool that faith to just leap forward and say, okay, I'm doing it. I don't care. I don't need to care. I'm just flowing with whatever the universe provides me with. I don't need to have preemptive knowledge of the plan. But also you're bringing very little baggage with you. You don't need a lot. Okay? So I feel like when it comes to saying you don't need a lot, Spirit is also saying you don't need a lot of having to take care of yourself. You can allow other people who are professional in the area of taking care of other spiritual workers and let them take care of you. Spiritual work, as much as there's such a big spectrum of people who are doing spiritual work. And when we are talking about this, they are not just doing spiritual work to take care of people who have not awakened yet. And yeah, there are some. Like, for example, I'll say that personally, a lot of my work involves taking care of those who are in the process of being awakened or about to be awakened. And I help those that are going through the dark night of the soul, more so, or they are about to exit the tunnel, the metaphoric tunnel in dark night of the soul. I'm trying to guide them towards the light. And in fact, I also help those that have freshly exited on the other side of the tunnel, because then it helps them, I help orientate them into understanding what's their purpose. Some people help those that have not yet even stepped into the tunnel. right? Spiritually, the work that they're doing is to help give people so much awakening that they allow themselves to go through the dark night of the soul and really, like, be fully immersed in the energy of thinking about sorting out things that have not worked out for them in their life, and then so that they can unravel that mess and then see the light on another day and step into a new chapter. And some spiritual work, some people who are doing spiritual work, they help nurse and heal and recharge the energy of other spiritual workers. Okay, so I do not know in what area of what your life mission is. This can be to anyone who's doing the good work here. But the fact that you have ascended masters and you have transformation says to me, without a shred of doubt, you are one of the chosen ones who's doing work here. So you might not have even... I don't think you'll be hearing this message if you have not awakened at least to some degree. So I'm just saying, I know that you have. And Spirit is saying you have to take care of yourself. Okay? So your work is not just here to take care of others, you have to take care of yourself. All right. And I just want to say, Pile 3, very interesting. Pile 1 and Pile 2 has also got the message about taking care of themselves. So I don't know why is Spirit so why is Spirit talking about taking care of oneself in terms of energy, physical, mental, in all aspects. Even if like somebody needs a marketer, you have to go get someone to help you do marketing work, that sort of help, But Spirit talks about that a lot in this entire reading today. So yeah, go check it out if you want to. I'm going to be picking a card for you from the Moonology Messages Oracle and see what else Spirit has for you. Is this the one? Okay. Right. Okay, Moonlit. Embrace uncertainty. Yeah? Here. We'll see what the card says. Moonlit. Embrace uncertainty. Right. A moonlit night might be beautiful, but it makes it hard to really see what's going on if you need to. Under very gentle moonlight, we simply can't see exactly what's going on around us. If we go out into the night and the moon is in the early stages of the waxing cycle or the late stages of the waning cycle, there isn't much illumination offered. If this card comes up for you, it suggests that you don't yet know the full story around whatever question you're asking. It could simply be that someone else involved in your situation still isn't clear on what they do or don't want, so they can't tell you. Deception might be at play. Deception might be at play, which can bring up a lot of anxiety and even fear. All is not lost though. Remember, the moon goes in phases, and even if there isn't much light around your situation now, in the fullness of time, everything will be clarified and illuminated, and you'll learn what you need to know. Ultimately, this will be a healing time for you and everyone else. The path forward isn't clear yet. Explore your dreams and intuition. Trust your feelings. Uncertainty is part of the process now, and wait before you move. Okay, so this feels like an additional message because it wasn't so much as being brought out here. But since Spirit mentioned that you need professional assistance, it might be that there is some area in what you're doing right now. Again, feels very much like you're doing some form of spiritual work. But maybe you felt like there is somebody that you have in this transformative journey. You might feel like you are a little bit afraid of certain aspects of people you could have, recently come into contact with that seems deceptive or unclear to you. If you're in that space of anxiety and fear, you might really want to meet someone who can help you in this area to clarify and bring some light. And of course, flow is important. Don't rush. If it's meant to unveil itself to you, it will. Like Spirit says here, uncertainty is part of your current process. So if it's meant to be uncertain to you at this point, go for it. Let it be. You have the Hangman here. There's a reason why you are in a Hangman situation. There are some things you see. You have the King and Queen of Cups, but they're looking away. The disharmony between your intuitive energies might be causing that difficulty for you to see clearly. So I think it all goes together. If you allow yourself the professional assistance of whomever, that you think can help you, it will definitely shed some light in time to come. All right, so this is the message that Spirit has for you today. Please comment in the section below. I would love to hear from you if it resonates. If you want a personal reading, you can go to the description box below and find my link to book a personal reading. Also, please like, follow, and subscribe for future videos to come. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye!